Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Molly. I am a healthcare business consultant. Today, I want to be discussing the history behind medical billing. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. So, the history behind medical billing starts in ancient civilization like Egypt, Greece, and Rome. So, physicians and healers provided medical services to patients. In turn, the patients would offer goods or services in exchange for medical services. There were no formal billing systems in place during this time. Moving forward, during the Middle Ages, medical services were typically provided by monks and religious institutions. Patients often made donations to these institutions in return for medical care. So, in this period, we saw the emergence of needing medical care. So, with record keeping and documentation of medical treatments. But, however, it was far from the structured billing process that we have today. Moving along, the Renaissance and early modern period, which came with some advancements in medicine and the development of medical schools and professional physicians. So during this time, some physicians began to charge for their services, but billing was still relatively informal, meaning that they didn't really have a billing structure um, in place. So moving along to the 19th century, during this time, we saw a significant advancement in the medical science and in medicine. So physicians began to charge standardized fees for their services. However, billing was still often done on an add-on basis with handwritten bills provided to the patients. So they weren't able to bill an insurance company. So when a patient came in to get some type of medical treatment or service, the provider physician would write out, what would write out on a notepad or a piece of paper what type of service they had done and what they were going to charge them for. So moving along, in the early 20th century, that brought about more standardized billing practices. The AMA, which is the American Medical Association, they played a huge role in establishing some billing conventions. So physicians started to use standardized, billing forms and codes to describe medical procedures and diagnosis. So as you can see in the early 20th century, they were starting to establish codes and CPT codes and ICD codes as well. So moving forward, and during the 1960s and 70s, the healthcare industry in the United States saw significant changes during this period, including the development of Medicare and Medicaid. So the need for standardized billing practices and the processing of insurance claims led to the development of more formal medical billing systems. So in one of my videos, I spoke about Medicare and Medicaid, which is a government insurance. So with that being said, they had to set in place a standardized billing practice because, again, we're dealing with the government. Okay, moving forward, in the late 20th century to present, which is now, the adoption of EHR, which is electronic medical records, and the development of healthcare coding systems such as CPT and ICD. Further standardized medical billing and coding practices as well. These changes made it possible to submit electronic claims to insurance companies and government healthcare programs. So, as of today, we have electronic healthcare records. So we're able to electronically send over claims to payers to get our claims paid. So in closing, I want to say today, medical billing and coding, it's a highly complex process. It involves detailed documentation of patient encounters, the assignment of specific codes or to procedures and diagnosis, and the submission of claims to insurance companies and or government payers. The use of electronic systems has streamlined the process, but it remains an integral part of the healthcare industry. So ensuring that healthcare providers receive proper reimbursement for their services while helping patients understanding the cost associated with the care. So I thought that was very interesting, with the history behind medical billing and coding. And again, I hope that this video, helps someone who is interested in going into the healthcare field with medical billing and coding, or any aspect under that umbrella of the healthcare field. Again, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my other videos I have surrounding medical billing and coding. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.